3. And you know what? We're not scared. We're going to scavenge. Nope, nothing. The dog's going to move up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, he's just going to go ahead of Gambler. The Frontier Duck. She got a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Gosh. Let's see. The Bandito is going to move up. He's got a 5, so that's a 6. 2, 4, 5, 6. He's going to move right here, and he's going to use one of his remaining whiskeys. He's going to take 2 sanity off of the Gambler. Here you go, friend. You look like you need it. It's like I need more than 2 sanity damage taken off, but thanks a lot. And then we're going to move 2, 3 here. And then we're going to move Packy right there. Okay. Roll to hold back the darkness. We didn't do it again. Oh, wow. Okay. Not good. Okay, so now we're gonna roll. We've moved to hold back the darkness. Let's roll for the Gambler. All right, you get a 5. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. He's gonna go right there. The dog is gonna move up ahead of him. And then we're gonna roll for the Frontier Dock. She got a 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we're gonna roll for the Bandito. He got a 2, that's a 3. So that's a grit, actually. So he's at max grit, so he's gonna roll. So that's 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're gonna go right up next to the Gambler. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3. Packy the Pack Mule. Okay, let's see. We're gonna turn over this exploration token. We get 1 encounter. All right, buried loot. Buried loot. Somebody has been playing a loot. L-O-O-T. You come across a patch of recently disturbed earth. Perhaps something is buried here, or someone. This map tile may be scavenged up to 5 times. Scavenge cards drawn here, except a Nothing Here card, give you a plus extra $100 each. For each Nothing Here card drawn, you must roll d6. If the result is less than the number of scavenge markers on this map tile, something bursts from the ground. Ambush. A Paradise of Hungry Dead. Okay. All right, so let's done that. Okay, number 1. So this is going to be the exit that has the ritual chamber. The ritual chamber. So we're going to roll to hold back the darkness one more time. Wow. I cannot believe that is happening again and again. All right, so that's another darkness card, but we're going to try to attempt to do something with the boot spurs. Whenever the hero posse marker moves on a growing dread card or blood spatter space of the depth track, you may move the darkness marker back 1 space on the depth track and roll a 3 or better, ignoring the effects. Okay. Oh, right, that doesn't apply here. That doesn't apply here. It's only when the hero posse marker moves. Okay, so we're going to draw a darkness card. Let's see what it says. Oh, dear. I got my eye on you. This card attaches to a random hero till the end of the adventure, till KO'd. While adjacent to another hero, you are -1 defense and -1 willpower. All right. So the gambler is 1-2. The frontier dock is 3-4 and 5-6 for the bandito. 1-2. The gambler cannot stand next to anyone. Okay, so we're gonna put that right there and make sure we are aware of that little fact. Okay, so we're gonna roll to move for the gambler. Get a 2. He's gonna go 1, 2. And then the void enemies are there. And so we can get an extra $100 here, but is it worth it? No, we'll try it once. Okay, we got a 6. So hopefully that's not a nothing here and we get some peril die of extra $100 would be nice, but I don't know if it's worth it. We'll find out. We'll find out on the next episode of Scavengers. All right, something shiny. Okay, gonna roll a d6, and we got a 3, so that's a darkstone. So that's 2 darkstone plus 1. All right, so we're gonna give ourselves 3 darkstone altogether for that. 2, 3. All right, and then let's see. I'll give you Kevin. Okay, so we're gonna get an extra $100 for that particular card, and then let's see. Let's see. For each nothing here roll drawn, you must roll a d6. Okay, we did not draw a nothing here card, but we did scavenge. Okay, so no d6 rolled. All right, so let's roll for the frontier dock. She got a 6 this time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So she will roll the scavenge. Maybe she can make up some. Well, we got to scavenge first. Okay, she got a 6. It was a 6. And then so that's 2 scavenge markers here. All right, so she got a chilling dread, had a growing dread card. Oh my gosh. Okay. All right. So, wow. All right. How many growing dread cards do we have now? 4? Awesome. I think we're going to stop scavenging. That doesn't seem worth it. She got 10 XP from that, right? Yes. And $100. But again, it's not worth it. All right, so $100 and 10 XP. Yeah, whatever this is going to be bad. Okay, just put it right here. Okay, and then we're going to roll a move for the bandito. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then the dog's going to move up to here. And then the deputy here. And Packy, 1, 2, 3. All right, so Packy is on the same tile. All right. So we're going to roll to hold back the darkness. Wow, I am really screwing these rolls up. Okay. So, we're going to roll to move. We're going to come right back. Okay, we're going to roll for the gambler to move. Get a 2. So 1, 2. No, I'm sorry, 2. And then we're going to roll for the frontier dock. She got a 6. Okay. 2, 3. She's going to move right there. And then finally the bandito got a 4. He's going to move up 1. The dog's going to move there. This guy's going to move up here. And then finally the pack mule is going to move right here. Okay. And then we're going to offload all this dark stone. Okay, all right, so now we need to draw an epic threat. Okay, let's read the mission. Once the summoning chamber has been found and attached to the board, the heroes have reached the objective room in the final fight, revealing all growing dread cards in the stack as normal, and then the heroes must face an epic threat that has already been summoned in the summoning chamber. The creature summoning special rule is now in effect in the summoning chamber until all enemies have been defeated, putting a stop to the ritual for good. During the final fight, anytime the hold back the darkness roll is failed, roll a d6. On 1, 2, or 3, immediately draw a low threat card. These enemies are placed as normal. All right, so let's see what our epic threat is going to be. After we reveal our growing dread cards. All right, so the first one is Shadows of Space. From the far reaches of the void, shadows break through the barriers into our reality, hungry to feed on the light. Every hero immediately takes 1 horror hit for each other card in the growing dread stack and discard pile. These horror hits do 3 sanity damage each. 1, 2, 3. All right. So, for the gambler, all right, he's gonna use a grit to re-roll that. Okay, so he passed 2, and then he's gonna take 3 sanity damage. All right, the frontier dock. She is going to, yeah, she's gonna spin a grit and try to get a better result. Oh, damn. Okay, all right, so she's gonna take 3, and then the bandito. All right, he blocked 2, so he's gonna take 3 sanity damage as well. Luckily, he doesn't have any other than this 3. Okay, second card. Terrible dread. The darkness ahead creeps its way into your mind and soul. Darkness moves 1 step forward on the depth track. If this moves into a blessed by our growing dread space, every hero also takes 1 corruption hit. Wow. Okay. So we're going to draw another growing dread card. Okay, put that at the bottom of the stack. And then... Nope. First of all, we're going to put that back. All right, we're going to put that back. We're going to use an ability that the gambler has. It's called Stack the Deck. Use 1 fortune token to choose any card deck, then make a Cunning 6 test. If passed, look at the top 3 cards, choose 1 to discard, and put the other 2 back on the top of the deck in any order. All right, so we're going to do that. Cunning 6. And he did not pass that. Okay, well. So, he has 3 fortune left. And we are going to put that underneath. Okay. Everybody takes a corruption hit. So for the gambler, he passed. For the Frontier Doc, she did not pass. She's going to take another corruption point. That puts her up at 3. And then the Bandito takes another corruption point. That puts him up to 3 as well. Next one. Depths of Dread. The bottomless depths of dread are open before you as you stare into the inky black abyss. The darkness moves one step forward on the depth track. If this moves onto a blood spatter or growing dread space, immediately add D3 growing dread cards to the stack. Well, it does not. Thank you very much. All right. No way out. Surrounded and alone as the walls close in and the night grows dark, you are trapped. Fight or die. Any heroes that voluntarily flee from this adventure are considered to be KO'd and must roll on the injury table. All right, we'll have to remember that one. And then finally, Dread. You shudder to think of what lay before you. Move the darkness step 1 forward on the depth track. All right, that's going to give us a darkness card. And that one says, Eruption of the Dead. Bursting through the surface below, horde of hungry dead surround you. Ambush attack. Double paradise of hungry dead. So that's 10 hungry dead. Plus, we haven't even drawn the epic threat, and that's an ambush attack. All right, so let's see. All right. And then let's draw our epic threat. A peril die of infamous undead outlaws. Undead gunslinger and a peril die of infamous undead outlaws. All right, so let's roll that peril die. That's 3 undead outlaws. Okay, all right. The infamous variety. And then the undead gunslinger. So he's an 8. They're a 2, and they're a 1. All right, so these guys are going to go way back here. And then he's going to go right there. So they have been summoned. The undead gunslinger and the undead outlaws. But now we've got to figure out which set of undead outlaws have been summoned. Infamous undead outlaws. Let's see. Who are these guys? These guys are the Lost Marshals. I wish I had these guys painted. I actually had the Lost Marshals. That'd be great. Infamous undead outlaws with the tattered black dusters. You know what? I'm going to draw a different one because I really like these guys. Tukovaka's border raiders. Infamous undead outlaw. A wild pack of banditos in life. These reckless outlaws raided border towns all across the Southwest until they were finally caught and hanged in Texas. Risen from the grave, they become even more reckless than before. Their raspy cackling is enough to chill you to the bone. Dynamite. When about to make a ranged attack, roll a d6. On a 5 or 6, throws dynamite instead. Place a dynamite token in the target space and roll to hit. This works like normal dynamite in every way. Great. Raspy cackling. Explosives, such as dynamite, only reduce their defense to 2 rather than fully ignoring it. That's fun. Okay. So, this is definitely going to stay into play. Are these guys void? Any of these guys void? Undead. No void enemies. All right, so we're going to roll to hold back the darkness. And we do. It's an 8. Okay, so the undead gunslinger is definitely going to go first. He is a move of 6. His range is an 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He's gonna move up. Actually, let's see. Fastest in the west. After selecting a target and moving, places. Okay, so let's select a target. So I've set this up here on a roll of 1 through 6 to select our target. Okay, so 6 is the mule. All right, so he's got to move up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that'll give him 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He can hit the mule from there. Okay, so once he's done that, after selecting the target and moving spaces, roll a peril dice for your shootout. That's a 4. Markers. Split between targets within range and line of sight. Each shootout marker is range attack with a dead man 6-shooter. Okay. That is something fun. All right, so the first one is 6. It's going to be on the mule. Why is he going after my mule? What did the mule ever do to you? It's all the dark stone, probably. All right, so... And then 1 is going to be the gambler. Oh no. Oh dear. And then the third one is the frontier dock. Oh my. And then finally, the fourth attack is also the frontier dock. Uh-oh. Well, that's not good. All right, so... Alright, so he's range 8, 2 shots. Damage is 2. To hit rolls of 6, draw a dead man shot card instead of the normal damage. Okay, so let's roll for the mule. Packy the pack mule. Oh wow, he got a 1 and a 2, so he missed completely. Alright, cool. And then we'll roll for the shot on the gambler. Okay, a 2 and a 3, so he only hit once. And then the gambler is going to roll to defend, and he does. Wow, that's lucky. And then finally, 4 attacks to the frontier dock. All right, so that's 3 hits there. Okay, well, she was less lucky. All right, so she blocked 2 and took 2 damage. Yes. And then that is his go, believe it or not. All right, so the next initiative up is going to be the gambler. Gambler is going to... He's going to attempt to make all 7 of his shots to see how much damage he can do. Okay, so he got 1, 2, 3. That's a critical. And then he has... grit. He's going to re-roll those. So he got 1 more, and then he's going to roll to move, which I did not do, so that's a 5, so he does not get grit. So that's 4 regular hits and 1 critical hit. Now, I think... No, he can't get critical hits. That's right, because he's using more than 1 gun. Okay, so that's 5 hits. Let's see what we can get as far as damage goes. But one of those... Let's see. We'll roll those separately because the 6 does give him an extra damage. Okay, well, that was the only one that needed it. All right, so he is going to take out this hungry dead there, but 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so he needed to take 5 horror hits first. Okay, oh boy, that's not good. So that puts him up to 13. I believe that's his limit. Yes. Okay, so he is KO'd, but we do have a revive token that we are going to use. Gets rid of all his sanity damage and his regular damage. It just stinks that we had to use it, but I'll take it. And then he rolled to do his damage. He took that guy off, and the hungry dead are 10 points apiece. So he's going to get 10 points for killing one hungry dead. Could have been better. Could have went better. All right, so the hungry dead are an ambush attack. So they roll at 3. So now we move on to the frontier dock. And she is going to attack. No, she's going to roll to move. All right, she got a 6. She's going to attack with her. She better attack with her melee. All right, so she's got 1 hit. She's going to use a grit to re-roll the miss. All right, so she got a crit and she got a hit. Okay, so the crit is a 6. So it's going to do +2 damage. And that's all right. So one of these guys is definitely going to go away. And then this guy right here is the only other guy she can see, or that she's next to. So she's going to get 20 XP. We'll roll for the damage, but on the regular hit. Oh yeah, that's right. So she wouldn't have just taken him completely out. Okay, so she only took out 1 guy. So she got 10 XP for that. We're not doing a great job here. That is her go. Now it is the Hungry Dead. Oh, she would have had to make 2 horror hits. She passed both of those. Okay, so the Hungry Dead go. And this Hungry Dead can attack either the Gambler or the Mule. The Gambler is 1, 2, 3. So the Mule, they're going to attack the Mule with 1 dice. So got a hit. The Mule is going to try to block it, and he does. Don't touch my Mule. All right. And then the Gambler can be hit. Definitely going to take a hit here. So we're going to see, let's see, 1. We're going to roll for this guy. He's either going to attack the Deputy or the Gambler. That's the Deputy, this guy, Deputy or Gambler, or Bandito. So the Gambler's 1, 2. The Deputy's 3, 4. And the Bandito is 5, 6. So he's attacking the Bandito. And then this guy can also attack the Gambler or the Bandito or the Marshal. Okay, so that is the Bandito. So the Bandito's got 2 guys on him so far, but the Gambler only has 1. All right, so they rolled a 3 to hit, and that is not enough. Okay, so the Marshal has 1. These 2 are attacking the Bandito. So we're gonna roll for this guy, either the Frontier Dock or the Marshal. Okay, it's gonna be the Marshal. So the Marshal's got 2. Right. All right, so 2 attacks on the Marshal. Okay, 1 hit, 1 miss. And the Marshal blocked that attack. Okay. And then these 2 guys, we're going to see if this Hungry Dead attacks Bandito or the dog. Bandito's 1, 2, 3. Nope, attacking the dog. And then the second one, Bandito or dog. 2 attacks on the dog, 2 attacks on the Bandito. So, ooh boy, 2 6s on the Bandito. That's definitely 2 hits. And then blocked 1 and took 1. All right, so he took a wound. All right, they do 3 wounds. I'm sorry. 3 wounds. All right, and then the 2 attacks on the dog. 1 hit, 1 miss. The dog's gonna roll to defend. And he definitely is getting out of the way of those attacks. All right, so now we move on to the Bandito. And he is going to attack with his hunting knife. All right, so he hit twice so far. 3 times, 3 hits. He can re-roll the to hit rolls twice since he's got 2 daggers, and it gives him a +1 attack. So he hit 3 times. So let's see the damage. All right, so this is a 4. So he's going to spend a grit and re-roll that damage because that stunk. Okay, so he managed to get 1 of the hungry dead, and he's going to take it off the guy right there. And then he's going to get 10 XP for that. And then he is going to use, let's see, how far is this? 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8. Now his strength is a 5, and he can throw the dynamite. Range attack, strength +3, so he can throw at 8. He's going to throw some dynamite right there in the back of these guys. Oh, he did not roll to move, so he got a 6 to move. Okay, he's going to throw his dynamite, which is a 6, which is great. Okay, so these guys are probably going to take some damage, but because of who they are, they're going to take less damage. All right, so Tuco Vaca's Border Raiders. Dynamite. Raspy cackling explosives such as dynamite only reduce their defense to a 2 rather than fully ignoring it. All right, so these guys have a health of 5. So he's going to roll for this guy first. Okay, that's a 1. That's not going to do anything. This guy, that's a 2. That's not going to do anything. And then the third guy is a 1. He's going to use another grit to re-roll that. My goodness. Really? Seriously? We're just going to waste a stick of dynamite on these guys? All right, so a 4 will do 2 points of damage to the final guy. Fair enough. Dynamite might not have been the best choice to throw against those guys. That's fine. And that's going to give him nothing as far as XP. Okay, so the next one to go is the marshal, the deputy. Frontier deputy is at initiative 2. Nope, I'm sorry. The undead outlaws are going to go, so they're fear 2. Oh yeah, the bandito would have rolled 1, 2, 3, 4 hits and blocked 1 and took 2 sanity damage. And then he's going to use a whiskey to attempt to get rid of some of that sanity damage. He got rid of 3 and a whiskey bottle. Okay. All right, so now the undead outlaws are going to go. Let's see, Twin Irons, range attack 6, 4 shots, 2 damage. All right, gritty. Critical hits only reduce an infamous undead outlaw to defense of 2, and that also applies to the dynamite, as we just saw. They're going to pick targets that they can see. Well, I guess they would just pick a target. All right, so the first guy is going to pick a target. 6 is the mule. 2, 3. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Can he see the mule? I think he can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We can't target the mule. Okay, so he's gonna roll. I'm assuming he would still shoot, so let's not include the mule or the gambler. So we'll roll a d8. 1, 2 is the frontier doc. 2, 3 is the bandito. 4, 5 is the dog. 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. So 1, 2 is the frontier dock. She's gonna get shot at. Just marking that off. All right, so he's gonna move up 1, 2, 3, 4. And then this guy, same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Shooting at the frontier dock. And then this guy. 8 is the dog. 2, 3, 4. Okay, so the dog is taking a shot and the frontier dock is taking 2 shots. Okay, rain 6, 4 shots, damage 3. Ooh, boy, that's not good. So she's gonna be taking a total of 8 shots. Okay, so they hit on a 4 up, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4 hits, and they do 2 damage each, so she's gonna roll to defend those 4 hits. All right, so she defended all but 1, so she took 2 damage. That could have been way better, way worse. All right, so she is in the clear, and then the dog is gonna take 4 shots. Oh boy, that's not good. That's 3 going through to the doggy. And the dog blocked all 3 of those shots. That's awesome. The dog is wily. It's a good dog. Still needs a name though. All right, so let's see. That is all of them. So we're moving on to the marshal, or the frontier deputy now. All right, so he's gonna roll to hit. He got a 1 and a 2. That sucked. Okay. And then we're gonna roll to attack with the dog. He got a 3, and he needed a 4. Okay. And then the mule, at the start of this activation, choose an adjacent enemy to take D3 wounds, ignore defense. Oh, you may move that enemy up to 2 spaces away. Okay, so yes, it does do that. But it is going to take a horror hit, and so is the dog. Dog's going to take 2, and it did not defend either of those. So it's going to take 2 sanity damage. And then the mule is going to take 1 sanity damage. Nope, it's fine. And then the frontier deputy is going to take 1, 2, 3, 4 hits, fear hits. All right, so he's going to take 2 damage. Sanity of the sanity variety. All right, and then now we're going to do the kick. So the kick is at the start of the activation. Choose an adjacent enemy to take D3 wounds. All right, so we will choose an adjacent enemy to take 3 wounds. All right, and there is no ignoring defense. All right, so he took out 1 of the hungry dead, and that is great. All right, so that is the end of the turn, so we're going to roll to hold back the darkness. All right, so we're rolling to hold back the darkness. Get a 10, that'll work. The undead outlaw is the one that's going to go first. Let's see. The bandito is going to use his healing stone and roll 2d6. And he got 5, so he's going to get rid of the sanity damage and 3 of his wounds. But that has been used, so the healing stone has been used. The frontier dock is not in great shape though. So the bandito is going to give her a whiskey token. Oh man, really? Okay, so that's, maybe it was a turned bottle of whiskey. All right, so that takes off 1 sanity damage. The undead outlaw is going to roll to see how many shots he gets. He gets 6, because of course. All right, so let's roll to see who he's going to hit. So the first one is 3. That is the bandito. All right. Second one is another 3. That's the bandito again. Third one is a 4. That is the dog, because he's a mean bastard. 5 is 5, and that is the frontier deputy. And then the 6th one is a 3 again, and that is the bandito. He's looking to take the bandito out. Is that right? No, that's only 5 shots. And then 3 is the bandito. Yeah, he is looking to take out the bandito. All right, so yikes. This is nasty. All right, 2 shots times 4 is going to be 8 shots at the bandito. Okay, so that's one more, right? Nope, that was 8. Oh, that's not good. Okay, so he missed 4. He hit 4 times, but he rolled 2 6s. And the 6s are not good for anyone because those are dead man shots. So he's gonna roll, the bandito's gonna roll to block the 2 hits, and he does. All right, so that's just leaving the dead man's shots. All right, so this first one is the Devil's Calling. Back from hell, the undead gunslinger brought you a message, and you may not like what he has to say. The shot does 12 damage, ignores any armor the hero might have. Normal defense rolls apply. Yeah, I don't like that. Sure don't. And that's just the first one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oops. All right, so he defended. That was a 4, so he defended those. He still has 1 grit, so he's going to re-roll these. Okay, great. So he took 2 damage out of the 12. Holy moly, that could have been way, way, way worse. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Yeah. Okay. Oh, man. So that puts him up to 5 damage that he's taken so far. All right, and that grit is gone. And then the second dead man shot is going to be Grip of Death. The empty stare of the gunslinger freezes you with fear as the cold grip of death's embrace calls to you. This shot does d6 damage, ignoring defense, and the target is -1 initiative for the next activation, or -2 if law, outlaw, or holy. All right, so he's going to be -2 next turn. That stinks. All right, so 6, of course. 6. All right, so let's see. He's going to take 6 rolls to try to block some of this. Okay, good. All right, so he only took 2 damage out of the 6. Not terrible. All right, we definitely got to put a hurt on that guy. Wow. Okay, so we're going to, that's his turn. So we're going to roll to move for the gambler. Get a 4. He's going to stay where he is. And he is going to attempt to shoot with his falling gunfighter pistol. Range 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Okay, so he rolled. Oh, he has 1 grit, so he's going to re-roll those 2. All right, so he got 2 6s. That's +1 damage to each of those. And they're both critical hits. All right, and then he's going to roll the damage for those. So 1 is a 6 and 1 is a 3. Because he gets the +1 damage for his ability if he rolls to hit with a 6. Okay, so the undead gunslinger has endurance. Cannot take more than 3 wounds on a single hit. Okay, so he's not immune to critical hits, which is nice, but I can only take 3 damage. Okay, so that's going to be a total of 6 damage onto the undead gunslinger. And then each of those hits is worth 15 plus 5 per shot, so that's 30, so that's 60 XP. All right, and then he's going to use his... Oh, is he too far away for his repeating hold-out pistol? Range 3 shots 2. Yeah, I think he's too far away. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. All right, so he's going to hold off on that because that's only once per fight. All right, so he is going to use one of his cigars, though. And that's going to give him a 3-up armor save for the rest of the turn. All right, so he's gone. Now it is the Frontier Doc's turn. She is going to heal the Bandito. All right, so that's 6 plus 3 is 9. So that's going to take all of his damage off. So that's 7 total. So she's going to get 7 times 10 is 70 XP. Okay, and then she has used her last bandage. All right, so she's going to use her exotic herbs on herself to get rid of her corruption points. Okay, that's 2 corruption points for 1 exotic herb, and that takes her down to 1 corruption point. And then she's going to use the other exotic herb on the Bandito, and that's going to take 2 from him, and that puts him at 1 corruption point from 3. And then she's going to roll to attack. Did she roll to move? Roll to move. She's got a 4. She can only attack 1 guy. Yeah, all right, so that's what she's gonna make an escape test from the Hungry Dead. And they are escape 4. She did not. All right, so 2 attacks. All right, she got 1 hit, regular strength hit, and it is a 2. She's going to use a grit to try to re-roll that. It's a 3. It does not get past their defense of 4. All right, well, that's fine. That's fair. So she is done. And so it's on to initiative 3. The Hungry Dead are initiative 1. The Undead Outlaws are initiative 2. But normally the Bandito would go. Oh, the dog can go. That's right. The shot dude. Okay. For their next activation, they're a negative 2. All right, so this is going to be his next activation. So yeah, he can't. Oh, she needs to roll 1 horror hit, which is 4. She blocked the horror hit. And then the gambler needed to roll 1, 2, 3. Okay, he blocked all 3 of his. The dog is going to go, so he needs to roll 1, 2 horror hits. And he blocked none of those. So he's going to take 2 more sanity damage. That is not good. Poor doggy. All right, he's going to attack the Hungry Dead in front of him. Got a 4, that's a hit. And a 6 damage, that goes back. Man, the dog can really crunch some bones. All right, so that's gonna take that Hungry Dead out. That's so great. Okay, so that's his turn. And then it's gonna be initiative 2, which is the Hungry Dead. So this Hungry Dead can only attack the Gambler, and she's got a 2 and she missed. This guy and this guy can attack the Marshal or the, I keep saying Marshal, the Deputy or the Gambler. So on a 1, 2, or 3, it's the Gambler. All right, so they're both on the deputy. And then she could attack the dog or the frontier doc. I'm sorry, the bandito. So it's going to be against the bandito. So the last guy there can attack the frontier doc or the deputy. So 1, 2, 3 is the deputy. Okay, so 1 attack here, 2 attacks on the deputy, and 1 attack on the bandito. So we'll do the bandito first. All right, she missed. And then the 2 on the deputy. Ooh, those are both hits. All right, the deputy is going to roll to defend. He defends 1 and takes 3 damage. Not good. And then the attack on the frontier dock. 6. She rolled a 5. She defended. Okay, cool. All right. Now it is going to be initiative. I'm sorry, they went initiative 1. It's fine. Okay, so it's initiative 2. It's going to be the Undead Outlaws. All right, so this, they can see everybody, so they're going to roll. This guy's going to roll to hit. Can he shoot the mule, though? No, he can't see the mule. So, again, it's going to be everybody but the mule. All right, so 1 is the gambler. And the second one is the mule. This guy can see the mule, but is he far enough away? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And their range is a 6. So he's going to have to roll again to target a different character. So 3 is the bandito. Okay. And then the final guy was a 2, and he's going after the frontier dock. All right, so spreading the love, spreading the love. Okay, so they are 4 shots apiece. So we'll attack the gambler first. All right, so they hit on 4s or better, so they got 3 hits. And the gambler is going to roll to defend. He got 2. He defended against 2, so that is going to be a total of 3 damage. No, I'm sorry, 2 damage. Twin irons, 2 damage to the gambler. Now we're going to roll the 4 attacks against the bandito. Okay, so that's 2 hits. And then the bandito is going to roll to defend. Okay, he didn't defend either, so that's 4 damage to the bandito. And then finally the frontier dock. He hit the frontier dock once, so she's going to defend. She did not, so she's going to take 2 damage from the shot. Okay, so that puts her up to 6 damage. I think we got it, but we'll see. Okay, now everybody on the bad side is gone, so we move on to the bandito, and he's going to roll to move. He got 1, so that is a grit for the bandito. And then he is going to roll to escape. He got a 4, so he did escape. And he's going to move up and attack the undead gunslinger. All right, maybe we can do some damage here. All right, so, whoa, okay. 2 successful hits there. Those are critical hits. And then that's 1 miss and 2 misses. All right, so 2 critical hits. Let's roll for the damage for those. Got a 6 and a 2. He's gonna roll, use his grit to re-roll that 2, trying to get something better than a 2. I got a 5. All right, so he can only do 6 damage because this guy can only take 3 damage per hit. And that's okay because that's 6 more damage than he had. So it puts him at a 12. out of 19 because there are 3 heroes in the posse. So his health would be 10 plus 3 per hero, so it'd be a 19. So he's at 12. And then his hunting knives have come in handy. Yeah, he's already done all of his regular attacks. He needed to roll 1, 2 for his horror hits. I forgot to do that because he blocked one and he took one. Okay, and then he's done the deputy. The frontier deputy needs to roll 3 dice for his horror hits. Okay, so he blocked 1 and took 2. He's getting awful close to breaking. He's got 4 out of his 6 sanity. So, all right, so he's gonna roll to hit. Yeah. All right, so you got an 8 and a 1. So he is definitely gonna shoot the 8 at the undead outlaw with his shotgun here. What does this shotgun do? Okay, so it is a D8. That is a critical hit. Or, I'm sorry, it's a, yeah. Range 4 shots too. All right, so does he have the range on him? 1, 2, 3, 4. He does. All right, so we're going to roll for the damage. That's 4, so he took another 3. Whew. Finally, some good luck here with this guy. So that puts his damage up to 15 out of 19. Okay, now we're making some headway. The dog is going to go. The dog needs to roll 1 dice for his sanity. He made it. And then he's going to roll to attack. He missed. All right, so the dog missed there. And then the mule, what is the mule gonna do? So he can't move up and attack or anything, so he's fine. He's gonna stay right there. All right, pack of the pack mule. All right, so let's roll to hold back the darkness. We got a 6. That does not hold back the darkness. All right, so we got a 6. We are gonna use the Book of the Occult. Once per adventure, prevent the darkness from moving on the depth track. So we are going to do that. So at least it won't move. But we are going to have to roll a d6 to see if a low-level threat comes out. And it does not. So it's a 1, 2, or 3, and a low-level threat comes out. So that's fine. All right. So the undead gunslinger is going to regenerate. So he regenerates 2 wounds at the start of each turn. So he's going to get 2 of his back, which still puts him at 13 damage. All right, so he is going to roll to hit. Let's see. I believe he can see everybody. So 6 is the mule. All right. Oh, wait, he's got to roll peril dice to see how many hits he has. He has 4. All right, so the first one is the mule. All right. The next one is a 3, so that's the bandito. Makes sense. He's standing right in front of him. And then the 1 is the gambler. And then 2 on the gambler. 2 shots on the gambler. All right. So there's going to be 4 shots total on the gambler. Right. 2 shots each. 2 damage. All right. So 4 shots on the gambler. Okay. So he hit twice. No 6s. That's good. All right. So the gambler is going to roll to defend. All right. He defended 1 and took 2 damage. All right. That puts him up to 4 damage. And then those are the hits on the gambler. The hits on the bandito. Got a 3 and a 2, so he missed 1 and hit 1. Bandito's not going to defend that, so he's going to take 2 damage. And that puts the bandito up to 6 damage. All right. And then finally, the mule takes a hit. Oh no. Ah. All right, so the mule's taking 1 regular hit. And he misses that dead man shot. All right, so let's see what the dead man shot does here. All right, so what do we got here? The Devil's Calling. Does 12 damage. Ignores any armor you might have, but not defense. All right, so Packy has no damage on him. All right, so let's see what he can do here. So it's 12 shots. Oh man. So that's 2, 4, 6, 7. Come on, Packy. You can do this. 8, 10, 12. Oh, he defended one of them. All right, so he's only going to roll 11 because he did roll that 1 defense die. All right, so that is defending. His defense is I believe his defense is a 3. Yeah, so that's awesome. He only took 3 damage off that. Woo! That's a tough pack mule. A couple of side bags and blankets got some holes in them, but he's still alive. Scared the shit out of him, and that's what he did. Okay. So, that is the Undead Gunslinger. Now it's going to be the Gambler. The Gambler is going to roll to move at 5. He's going to stay where he is. He's going to shoot his pistol again. His Fallen Gunfighter pistol. Okay, so he got 2 hits, regular hits, and he's going to roll to do his damage. I got a 6 and a 5. The defense for the Undead Gunslinger is a 4. So that's 1 hit, 2, 3 damage. Okay, so 3 more damage to him. So now he's up to a 16 damage. And that's going to net him a 30 XP. And I believe the Bandito did a couple of points of damage. So he should have gotten 60 XP. I put that in the wrong place. Okay. All right. So, the Gunslinger needed to roll 3 horror hits. I always forget to do that. All right. So he blocked 2 and took 1. That puts his sanity damage to 1. All right. And then, the dog is going to go. He got a hit. And he got a 5 damage, so he took out another hungry dead. This is a good dog. Okay. He did need to roll. Okay, so he is almost insane from the fighting. But man, he is a champ. He is a trooper. Okay, so that moves to the Frontier Dock. She's going to roll to move. She got 4, and then she's gonna shoot her pistol at the Undead Gunslinger. So she got a 5 and a 3. All right, she's gonna use the grit to re-roll. Okay, so she got 2 hits. Fair enough. All right, then she needs to roll for the damage.